What I like to talk about in this video is scammers. And the scammers always coming up with different schemes, the quick fix lookers, looking for people that is down on their luck or desperate to make a fast buck. They will put some concoction together to make it very inviting. They'll pull the wool over your eyes without you even knowing it. It's all about making it eye candy and the precise time to do it. And around the holidays like Christmas, people are rushing to one place to another, not really thinking except a one track mind of getting their shopping done. And scammers know that people are very vulnerable at this time of year. They will try to get people to do things that they normally would not do. And the people will fall for it practically every time if they're not properly informed about it. People are so desperate in their lives trying to advance themselves maybe in work, in a relationship, or get their bills paid. They're trying to get their bills paid and they work in, 40, 50 hours a week, 2 jobs, 3 jobs, and they seem to not able to get their bills paid and almost have any money left, living paycheck to paycheck. And they are very vulnerable when one of these scammers actually call, and they don't stop and think. If it sounds too good, it's too good to be true. They say, well, if you do this and this, we'll pay you X amount of money. And like, oh, I can do that. That's very easy. I mean, it's just like one that I've seen this year was, we'll send you the money to go to your local company that will put a ad on your window, your back window of your car, and we will pay you so much for having it on there. We'll send you the money to pay for it. And then they get you to deposit the check and then send so much back to them, a registration fee or, activation fee or whatever it may be. And then, of course, when you try to go, get the sticker or whatever to put on the back of your vehicle, if the check has not bounced yet, you'll get the sticker to put on the back. But first, you got to send them their money. So at the end, they get their money, because if you put in a false check in the bank and you draw off of it instantly before it actually clears, then you're going to pull out good money and send to them. Then you go get the letters, and then when the check bounces, you got to pay what you already spent, the money you sent to them and the money you spent to put the letters on the back of your car. And you cannot get up with them people that, that gave you the good, great deal. And there's times that people will try to get their own business to flourish a little bit more and see ways to do that by marketers that may be, legit, but they will look for that quick fix. It may not be a scam. So, we having this big event and you can get a table for $500 and you'll be exposed to all these people that traffic that's coming through. People will spend that extra money that they don't have. They haven't built up their company big enough. And they just wondering why, they spend all this money and they're not getting any return. Just like you see on social media, false promises. Oh, if you get this and you get that, you can make this amount of money, and people will fall for it. But at the end, the ones that's advertising about it is the one that's making the money. And you're just standing there with less money in your hand and your account. There is no quick fix to get more leads. Of course, you can get on these apps and sites and stuff and advertise, but it's not a guarantee unless you have the finances stored up that you can afford to take the risk of spending that money. It's not worth doing it. So many people out there that is willing to fall for the scams or trying to find the quick fix. They are the quick fix lookers. They're looking for a quick handout or a quick fix to advance themselves in their business or paying their bills. But they're not willing to work up that ladder that is required to get better in finances in your life. It's not easy. Some people think they can just throw money at something and they're going to get return on their investment. And that's not how it works. With all the digital world we have out there, of the opportunities that we have of generating money, there's no reason to just throw your money and waste it when you don't have it to throw at it. It's better to get like a W-2 job part-time and then do side hustles. Because if you go out there, say you get on Uber Eats and you turn the app on, you sit there and you don't get any calls. Well, it hadn't cost you any money except sitting there. So if you move and get a call, you're getting paid. Sometimes you have to take jobs that you don't want to take. That's not even related to the field that you want to be in. Just like I said in a past video, heating and air was not the 100% suitable field I wanted to be in. But with the area that I'm in, the surroundings and the weather, I knew that I can generate a lot of revenue in a very short period of time. I just had to put a lot of hours into it. But I know at the end, I would be where I wanted to be. So sometimes you have to do what you don't want to do to get to the place you want to be. It don't matter if you want to have so much money in your account at a certain age, say, and be able to retire. It don't matter if you're bagging bags at a grocery store or doing gig work or being a gopher for a plumbing company or electrical company. As long as you're getting paid enough for the long haul to be able to accomplish of getting that finance made by that period of time, then that's what you have to do. If you want to open up your own company, say, your own car washing, mobile car washing, well, it takes a lot of money to buy the equipment. Well, if you hadn't worked enough, you got your credit up, you really pretty much not gonna get a loan. So go get a part-time job, do gig work while you make the money to buy the equipment, put it together, and then you get out there and then you can actually pay money to advertise. There's so many places you can advertise for nothing now. I mean, so many social media platforms that you can place ads for nothing. And if you really want to get it out to people, you could pay very little to get it and make an ad and actually really get it out there. But you could start on a small budget. But go get a table at an event and thinking that you're gonna get all these leads and everything, you may go spend that $500 and people stop at your booth and talk to you about it and all, and you never hear anything from any of them. There's apps that you can advertise on, and you pay, $15, $20 per lead, and that's not even guaranteed. I used to have a app that I used to get heat and air on, and it cost me, $8, $10, $12. Depends on how big the job is going to be. And I accept it and go give an estimate, and I paid that $15 because I accepted that, and it wasn't a guarantee to get that job, but I had to spend the 15. So nothing's guaranteed, and there's no quick fix of paying your bills, getting leads. I mean, that goes even down to, relationships. If you have hiccups in your relationship, there's no quick fix. You have to work it out. Just like paying your bills, you have to put your bills to the side, figure out how much they are, figure out which ones you're going to pay, go do the work and pay them, and eventually they'll be paid off. It's like a car. Unless you got the money to pay it in full, you got to make payments. It takes time. Paying bills, it takes time. Some bills never be paid off because it's going to be a reoccurring bill, your light bill, cable bill, taxes, it's just always going to be there. You may pay your house off, but the bills will still be there. There's no quick fix of things in life. You got to be patient and do the work that it takes. Now, eventually, if you get your mobile car wash business going, then yeah, you have a little extra because you're not relying on it 100% because you got a W-2 job part time that pretty much pays your bills. Then you have a little extra on the side to throw at little things of advertisement and see if you can get anything from it. But I have seen so many times in my life that people are looking for a quick fix, and we call them the quick fix lookers. They're looking to find that quick fix, think they're going to hit the jackpot. It's just not the way it works. Sometimes you have to take jobs that you really don't like and don't want just to get you where you want to be. And most people I've seen that has a lot of bills that's piled up is because things that they've done in their past has contributed to the situation that they're actually in. It took them years to get into it, but they want to, fix it in, 30 days. You're just not going to be able to do that. So get out there and take your time so you accomplish everything you want, or at least try to accomplish everything you want, because not everything works out. It's like for the first 4 years when I graduated, I didn't know exactly what field I want to go in. I knew I wanted something electronics, something I had to put my hands on and think of how to fix something. That's what I wanted, but I couldn't find exactly what I wanted. So I settled for something else, but it still gave me the same aspect of what I was looking for: repairing things, repairing heating and air units. It wasn't no guidebook that I say, okay, the unit's doing this, open up a book, it says this is the problem. That's not always the case. Sometimes them things will fool you. But I had to put hands on to, to get it fixed. And that's the kind of work I like doing. I don't like being inside of brick and mortar to do a job. It was very boring. It was non-fulfilling. At the end of the day, I was tired, sitting all day or always on my feet walking around. I felt like I didn't accomplish anything. I mean, sit on the computer or doing paperwork, it just wasn't my cup of tea. I had to be putting my hands on something and fixing something. It took me something like 8 years before I was doing any kind of advertisement. And pretty much it was made door hangers or flyers and handing them out. Go to Walmart, leave them on the windshield wipers. I mean, it's you got to put in the work to get something out of it. Looking for and trying these quick fix things just gonna just waste your time and waste your money. Just like I've seen people that will go to college and get a degree in a certain work field, and they are determined not to take any other job except that particular field. But they're not willing to move as going to another town, just the next town over, or moving to another state. Not willing to do that, but at the same time not willing to take a job they don't want until they find a job in the field that they do want. I know people that's got 2 or 3 degrees in 2 or 3 different fields and not working in either one of them. But they willing to hustle and bustle and rise and grind and do what it takes to pay their bills. They may not like the work they're doing. They're not looking for a quick fix. And if the opportunity comes by in the field that they're actually certified in, that they have their degrees in, then they'll take it. But they don't limit themselves to just that field to get their life to the next level. I've seen also some that they got a degree in certain things and they can't find anything, and they jump around from job to job, and they found something that they were interested in and they didn't even know it. And they never went and got a job in the field that they had a degree in because they liked what they found. They just stumbled across it, accidentally. They just needed a job and that was open, and they took it. If you limit yourself of what you're willing to do, you're limiting yourself of how far you're going to get in life. If you don't put limits on yourself, there's no limits of how far you can go in life. Stop being a quick fix looker. Broaden your looks and your field, and you'll get further in life. Now, if you're got a degree and you're willing to move, hundreds of miles or 1,000 miles away because that area, you can get a job in the field that you're, certified for, then by all means, go for it. But if you're not willing to give in a little bit, to take something that is not in the field that you want to be in, and you keep complaining because your bill's not getting paid and you can't get nowhere, well, you have to look in the mirror, because there's the problem. You got to open up the opportunities to get you where you want to go by doing things sometimes what you don't want to do. So don't limit yourself of how far you can get in life by limiting what you're willing to do. So get out there and make your life go better and go further by being more lenient on doing things that you just may not want to do to get you to that next step. I want to thank each and every one that's watched the video. If you can, share the video, like the video. If you hadn't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It really helps the channel to get out to others. Until the next video, take care.